This is the Mach 51, the new knife by Tempest Knives. Actually, it's the inaugural knife of Tempest Knives. Tempest Knives is the company created by KC of the Knives Fast channel on YouTube and Instagram. He's a great guy with a great love of things fast, and those interests are reflected in this beautiful design. This is, like I said, it's his first knife, and it's a prototype. This prototype is made by QSP, an excellent OEM from China that's known for its quality. And man, this thing is great, stem to stern, not just in terms of the knife, but in terms of who went into making it. Casey's an awesome guy, and he's got a great perspective and insight on knives. And that's who I like to see designing knives. People who actually love and, well, are obsessed with them. But Casey is not a one-trick pony. He's interested in a lot of different things, and I like how those are reflected in this design. The Mach 51 here, Tempest Knives. The Mach 51, referring to both the P-51 Mustang, the United States air supremacy fighter of World War II, and also the Mustang automobile. You can see that from that pivot, that beautiful 5-spoke wheel style pivot. Oh yeah, I see you look. Whoa, geez, oh Pete, I'm glad it's made out of titanium, and I'm glad it didn't slice my finger, because this is very sharp, and I'm going to show you some examples of that. But I saw you staring at this orange peel finish. It is beautiful. I have very little experience with orange peel finished. I have none in my collection, and I think this is beautiful. So it's orange peel, but also on a fully contoured handle scale. Not easy to do, not inexpensive, not an inexpensive process. I mean, think about it. If you have a flat slab of titanium, it's much easier to just carve chamfers on it around the edges and get your comfort and your ergonomics that way. But this sort of organic feel of a fully contoured handle cannot be beat, and you cannot replace that with chamfers. So if you're going for this feel, and it's a luxurious feel, but also a very sure in hand feel, it's going to be, it's more time on the machine. It's a more complex situation. So I really love the way it feels. I really like this orange peel, and didn't realize before getting this in hand that it does offer its own sort of micro-gription texture. I mean, you really get some texture out of that. And it feels much different from, say, some of the very contoured Kaisers I've had in the background, like the Cucchiara knives, which even though they're contoured and rounded, feel a little more slick because they didn't have this sort of micro pitting, I guess that is, in the titanium. So just really impressive. I guess I'm talking about the handle first. So this knife I found in a saber grip without using that choil. It is comfortable. I'm not exactly sure when you would use it like this, but if you need reach, you're reaching up for that last pear in the tree that you can barely, or whatever. You need a little bit of room, a little bit of extra room. You can use this without the choil, and it's very comfortable, especially with the back of this sort of canopy shaped thumb ramp here. Is very comfortable. But this, to me, I feel large and in charge, and I'm really on top of things right here in that choil. And obviously that's how KC designed this. Sorry, I'm getting obsessive about fingerprints. I keep seeing them in the bright light here. But before we move to the blade, I just want to show you this side. I really like the 3 cutouts for the lock bar there. I prefer that. I see that on a number of knives. I prefer it, especially when this is on the outside. It doesn't have to be on the outside, like here on the Sebenza, it's on the inside. People claim, well, if it's on the outside, the scoop out portion, then you have more of the meat on the inner side of the lock, which will make it stronger. But I suggest that if you're at that point and you're that close to failing the lock that you have to worry about what side the lock cutout is on, you're in trouble anyway. So I think it's a cosmetic thing, and I frequently think that it gets in the way when it's on the outside. So especially when the clip is closer. KC designed this clip perfectly to put it in a perfect smooth spot so it'll slide in and out of your pocket beautifully. You don't even feel like tick-tick-doom. You don't even feel this like a rhythm there. It just comes in and out very nicely. I do like the way the cutout looks. I like it. I don't know. It's sort of seems almost interrupted from this side, and the clip. It's a sort of a standard wire clip, and fits very nicely in the hand with that positioning. Sometimes deep carry pocket clips feel awkward, even though they're great for carry. This one, not so. This one feels fine in hand, in both positions, back here and here. And I'm assuming here, but this is the first time I've held this in reverse grip. This does not inspire reverse grip carry to me. Not that you couldn't, but I can't imagine why you would. This is all about fine cutting and about EDC and about style and beautiful design. All right, speaking of which, let's get to this blade. Now, this blade is M390 Super Steel. We all know M390. It's made in Germany by Bowler, and it is super, takes a super sharp edge, has very, very excellent edge retention. But like all stainless steels that have super excellent edge retention, it might lack a little bit in toughness, but let's face it, are you using this knife to baton wood or to do anything where you would need those kind of levels of toughness? Again, I would say if you do, you're using the wrong tool. So M390, beautiful steel. Not the easiest in the world to sharpen, but hopefully if it comes with a good edge, which this one certainly did, you will not need to do much sharpening. You could just maintain it by honing it, stropping it, etc. Very thin, flat ground. I guess that's a saber grind. Comes to a very thin edge, and it starts out as a pretty thin stock. But I love that canopy look. I love the whole look of this thing. This would make a super cool car or airplane. Just looking at it, it's evocative. I mean, something I keep saying about this is it's the same but different, and that's what you want. And that's what you want out of art. That's what you want out of music, out of a story, out of a Hollywood movie. You want the same but different. You don't want to be like mired down in some plotless weird art film if you're expecting to go see The Expendables. So the same but different. It's the same story every time. It's the hero's journey every time, but it takes place in different characters. You know, this one's a little girl. This one's Arnold Schwarzenegger. This one's a horse. Whatever it is, the same but different. And that's what he's giving us here. The same in that it's a frame lock folder with an excellent steel, excellent materials, excellent build from a reputable company, but different in that, look at this design. Have you ever seen anything that looks like this? Yeah, neither have I. So it is very different. Oh my gosh, I just am not cleaning this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wipe this, swab this thing down with alcohol when I'm done. But yeah, I've never seen anything like this, but it's not a weird design to the point where, or it's not a weird design at all, but it's not unique to the point where it compromises use. It does not at all. On the contrary, you have this sort of window effect here, carved into the blade. It acts as your opening mechanism and then as the perfect ramp here, because on the back side, you get that upward ramp. On the forward side, you get that downward ramp that I'm always talking about, like on the SOCOM that I like, and several other knives where you have this portion here where you get to pull back with your thumb, which gives you a different kind of control. And then up on top, anywhere in the middle, it's comfortable. You don't have a peak, a sharp peak there that you got to worry about or any of that. This knife is very sharp. Whoa, I keep dropping it. I keep dropping it, and it's very sturdy, as you can tell. Let me show you a couple of cool, I never do this, but I used this knife the other day, and it really inspired me to show you how sharp it is. So here it is with some paracord. I'll just loop it over. Okay, I know, no big deal, just paracord. Okay, what's next? Here's a cardboard box. What's cardboard? Cardboard ain't nothing. This thing really like, I noticed the day well, it wasn't the day I got it, but the day I really dug into it and started actually using it, it just goes through cardboard like it's not there. And I appreciate that. Who among us doesn't break down cardboard? I mean, of course, oftentimes we don't necessarily have to break it down to the level we do. Here's some foam, some just standard packing. Oh, I was expecting it to hang up more. I mean, it's so thin and slicey. It's like it's not even there. Here's a, here's some sweatpants. This is a rag I use. It's an old pair of sweatpants I cut up. I use it for cleaning blades and such. Let's see how it goes through this. Let's see. Oh, no problem. God damn, this is sharp. All right, no problem there. Okay, last thing I'll show you is with these zip ties. Of course, nothing. These I got the heaviest ones I have. These are pretty heavy duty. And no problem. Of course, no problem. It's M390. It's sharpened. It's made by QSP. And designed by KC. Of course, it's going to be able to handle all those things, but I just wanted to show it off because I've been kind of messing around with it and very impressed with how it glides through materials. All right, before I let you go, let me show it with, there it is with the vaunted and much loved by many and much liked by me PM2. Oh, here, I'm just going to show it with a few classics just to get you an idea of the size. Here it is with another awesome frame lock folder, the Sebenza 21. Here it is with the mini Griptilian or Ritter RSK Mark 1. And then last but not least, one of Casey's favorites recently, the Finch Harvester, a great little EDC knife based on the Sodbuster, sort of. But anyway, so this is the knife. You got to check it out. This, what do you call it? Kickstarter campaign is up and running. Get yourself in on it. I'll leave the link to that down below and check it out. Casey, thank you so much for entrusting me with this beautiful prototype. I've really enjoyed having it here. And man, I think you got a winner on your hands. And damn, is it sharp. Nicely done, sir. All right, thanks for watching.